हेलो गाइस, वेलकम बैक टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल इन्फोटेक में आप सभी लोगों का बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। आज हम फिर आ गए अपने डेली न्यूज़ सेशन के साथ और बिना कोई टाइम वेस्ट करते हुए अपनी पहली न्यूज़ पर हम आ जाते हैं। सो द फर्स्ट न्यूज़ इज Kiren attend 8th Justice Ministers meet of Shanghai Cooperation Organization. The eighth meeting of Ministers of Justice of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization member states will be attended by Shri Kiren Rijiju, Union Minister of Law and Justice. The ministers and senior officials of the Ministry of Justice of India, Kazakhstan, China, Kyrgyz Republic, Pakistan, Russian Federation, Tajikistan, and Uzbekistan will be participating in the meeting. Next news: Health national average of 66.97 for the elderly. For the elderly in India, health systems have the highest national average of 66.97 at an all-India level, followed by 62.34 in social well-being and financial well-being at a score of 44.7 in the Quality of Life for Elderly Index, released by the Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister. Quality of Life for Elderly Index is released by the Economic Advisory. Next news: at VOC port, making it the first major port to deploy electric vehicles. The first batch of 3 e-cars were flagged off at the VO Chidambaram Port Trust. These Tata Express T electric vehicles have been supplied by Energy Efficient Services Limited, a joint venture of public sector undertaking under Ministry of Power on wet lease basis for a period of 6 years. This is a part of wet lease agreement under the Maritime India. Next news: First nasal COVID vaccine developed by Bharat Biotech gets regulatory approval for second and third phase trials. The first nasal COVID-19 vaccine developed by Bharat Biotech has got regulatory approval, and this is the first of its kind COVID-19 jab to undergo human clinical trials in India. The phase 1 clinical trial has been completed in the age groups ranging 18 to 60 years. Previously, the vaccine was found to be safe, immunogenic, and well tolerated. Secretary, Department of Biotechnology is Dr. Renu Swarup. Next news: APEDA with HPMC exports first consignment consisting of 5 unique varieties of apples to Bahrain. Agriculture and Processed Food Products Export Development Authority (APEDA), in collaboration with Himachal Pradesh Horticulture Produce Marketing and Processing Corporation Limited (HPMC), exported first consignment consisting of 5 unique varieties of apples: Royal Delicious, Red Velox, and Golden Delicious to Bahrain. Next news: MHUA launches one brand, Soncheria, for urban SHG products. Secretary, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, Durga Shankar Mishra launched Soncheria, a brand and logo for marketing of urban self-help groups products. DNULM, under the aegis of MOHUA, has focused on equipping the urban poor women with adequate skills and opportunities to promote sustainable micro-enterprises. Next news: IndiGao, India's first cattle genomic chip for the conservation of pure varieties of indigenous cattle breeds like Gir, etc. MOS PMO, Atomic Energy and Space, Dr. Jitendra Singh released IndiGao, India's first cattle genomic chip for the conservation of pure varieties of indigenous cattle breeds like Gir, Kankrej, Sahibal, Ongole, etc. This indigenous chip was developed by the concerted efforts of scientists of National Institute of Animal Biotechnology, Hyderabad. Next news. ARCI signs know-how transfer agreement with Allox Minerals for battery-grade cathode material technology for lithium-ion batteries. International Advanced Research Center for Powder Metallurgy and New Materials has developed indigenous technology for the production of lithium iron phosphate cathode material for lithium-ion batteries at its Center for Nanomaterials. ARCI and Alex Minerals signed an agreement for know-how transfer on August 2021. Next news. India, Sri Lanka, Maldives meet identifies terrorism trafficking among four areas of concern. Terrorism and radicalization and security, trafficking and organized crime, and cybersecurity were identified as the four pillars of cooperation in a trilateral security meeting held between Sri Lanka, India, and Maldives. The decision to establish Colombo Security Conclave was made in November 2020 at the NSA level meeting of India, Lanka, and Maldives. Next news. PM Modi launches National Automobile Scrappage Policy in Gujarat. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has formally launched the National Automobile Scrappage Policy infrastructure at Gandhinagar in Gujarat. The new National Automobile Scrappage Policy will give a new dimension to our mobility with a new identity to our automobile industry. This will give a boost to the economy. Next news. ATM installed in Meghalaya Hospital where inventor was born in 1925. A hospital in Meghalaya where ATM inventor John Adrian Shepherd Barron was born in 1925 has got an automated teller machine after 53 years of its first installation of the ATM was installed at Dr. H. Gordon Roberts Hospital, which will turn 100 next year. The first ATM was installed at a bank in London in 1967. Also, Reg Varney, star of a popular TV show, became the first person to withdraw cash. Next news. Royal Enfield CEO Vinod K. Dasari steps down. The CEO of bike manufacturer Royal Enfield, Vinod K. Dasari, has stepped down from his role at the helm of the company. Role as a director in parent company Eicher Motors. Eicher Motors has approved the appointment of B. Govindarajan as Executive Director of Royal Enfield with effect from August 18, subject to the Companies Act 2013. Next news. Central Bank of India enters into strategic co-lending partnership with Dhanvarsha Finvest. Central Bank of India has entered into a strategic co-lending partnership with Dhanvarsha Finvest Limited to offer loans against gold ornaments under priority sector to micro, small and medium enterprise borrowers at competitive rates. Under this partnership, DFL will originate and process loans against gold ornaments as per jointly formulated credit parameter. Next news. SIDBI unveils fast lending platforms. Small Industries Development Bank of India has launched Digital Prayas, an app-based end-to-end digital lending platform whereby loan sanction will be accorded to aspiring entrepreneurs from the bottom of the pyramid. Further, to cater to the aspiring youth in urban areas, SIDBI tied with a major aggregator, BigBasket, to onboard its delivery partners in India. Next news. ADB to finance water supply project in Jharkhand with Rs 831 crore. The lateral funding agency, Asian Development Bank, has approved an over 831 crore loan to finance water supply infrastructure in Jharkhand. The project will cover 4 towns in the state. The project supports the Jharkhand Vision and Action Plan 2021 to improve the quality of life of its urban residents through better quality of urban infrastructure. Also, cost of the project is 160 million, of which 48 million will be given by the state. Next news. National Fish Punjab National Bank to pump liquidity into fisheries sector. National Fisheries Development Board, under the Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Government of India has entered into a MOU with Punjab National Bank to extend financial assistance to the fisheries sector. The government created the Fisheries and Aquaculture Infrastructure Development Fund in 2018-19 with a total fund of rupees 7,522.48 crore. Also, Chief Executive is Dr. Suvarna Chandrapagari, PNB MD and CEO SS Mallikarjuna Rao. Next news. Thomas Dennerby appointed India coach ahead of 2022 AFC's Women's Asia Cup. Thomas Dennerby has been appointed Indian women's national team coach ahead of the 2022 AFC Women's Asia Cup in India next year. Dennerby replaces Maymol Rocky, who stepped down due to personal reasons. Dennerby, who under-17 Women's World Cup squad, has over 30 years of coaching experience with several national squads. Next news. Shakib Al Hasan, Stephanie Taylor wins Player of the Month awards for July. Shakib Al Hasan and Stephanie Taylor has been voted the winners of the ICC Player of the Month for July 2021. Shakib, who was nominated alongside West Indies' Hayden Walsh Jr. and Australia's Mitchell Marsh, had a stellar July. Taylor was the standout performer for the West Indies. She was nominated for the award alongside teammate Hayley Matthews and Pakistan's Fatima Sana. Next news. India women hockey star Vandana Kataria appointed Uttarakhand's Women, Child and Development Ambassador. Uttarakhand CM Pushkar Singh Dhami announced that Indian women's hockey team player Vandana Kataria will be a brand ambassador of the state's Department of Women Empowerment and Child Development. The announcement came at a program organized to felicitate the recipients of awardees of the Tilu Roteli Award and the Angarwadi Workers Award. Of today's news session. Book The Dream of Revolution, a biography of Jayaprakash Narayan to explore his life and works. The book The Dream of Revolution, a biography of Jayaprakash Narayan, shares anecdotes and never-before-told stories from the life of the man who was known for his emotional hunger for transformative politics, shunning power, and incubating revolutionary ideas. The book is written by the historian Bimal Prasad and author Sujata Prasad and published by Penguin Publication. With this, we end our today's news session. I hope you all liked it and loved it. Please continue to watch my videos, and if you have not watched my previous videos, please do watch them. It is very helpful for you. With this, we end our today's news session. And don't forget to hit the like my channel and hit the notification bell, comment, and also do not forget to share with your friends and families and the people who are preparing for any exams. Thank you so much. Have a nice